Okay, so today we had to bring trash to burn, and Heather's dad selfishly was using his own truck, so shame on him. So we had to use Heather's grandma's truck here, but another week's worth of trash burning.
Except it's not all that much.
This right here is the dump where they bring all the rent house stuff. I know I've had several people ask about where that stuff gets dumped. Well, it gets dumped in here and burned. There's a big screen old TV. That shopping cart that was in there from that one rent house I just did. Then they just kind of keep shoving it all up with the tractor bucket, and when it gets full they just haul all the metal off to the scrap yard and get some money for it. I think he said about once a year they clean it out, and it's about $400 worth of metal is what he said. So anyway, now we'll run over to the property and check on the status of that. So we're just kind of out here enjoying the warm day. It's about 62 degrees, so it's pretty cool, but it's really comfortable. So it's about the perfect day. So they're up there, she's up there taking pictures of flowers, and the kids are running around. So we'll hang out here for a little bit until before we go over to the property. Okay, so I thought I'd come over here and get a little bit closer of a look at how this garden spot's doing. It seems like the poop has done really well with the good amount of rain that we've had going down into the soil, and all that hay and everything that was in there has been kind of stomped and beaten down. There's really not too much grass in here. Not too much at all. There's a little bit, but it's really not that bad. Well, that ground packs back down quick after you till it. Doesn't take long at all. So probably this summer, when it's in its full swing, I'll have to come out at least once a week probably and just till it up once a week in between the rows. I'm not gonna... Usually what I've done with gardens in the past is I've made like humps for rows. I'm not gonna do that on this one. I'm gonna till the whole thing up and then just use a string or something to plant a straight row, and then just move over and plant another row. I'm not gonna hump it up or anything. But it's looking pretty good. There is quite a lot of rocks in it now from scooping up that cow poop. But Missouri dirt is pretty clay ridden, so all this little gravel and stuff like that will probably help it drain a little bit and probably help it not clump together quite so bad. So even though people like to pick rocks out of the garden, it's probably, you know, anything smaller than about that one right there is probably fine. Anything bigger than that, like these rocks would get through. Those rocks are probably just fine. I don't know, I'm no expert, but I would say they're probably fine. So I think I've changed it a little bit. Before, my plan was to put all the tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff up at that end. But this is a lot deeper of manure down here, and since tomatoes are a little acidy or whatever, they might do better down here at this end. And then some of the plants that don't require as much, you know, carrots and stuff like that, as much fertilizer, will plant up there on that end. I'll probably put the cauliflower and cabbage and all that stuff up here at the top. And then this down here, like I said, will be like the tomatoes and cucumbers. This whole area right here probably, you know, from the end of the garden up to those hoops will probably be all tomatoes and cucumbers. maybe not quite, but the tomatoes and cucumbers will take up a large part of this. And then up here we'll of course have a few rows of green beans, and we'll just get her filled in. Here in about 2 or 3 weeks I'll probably go ahead and plant the cabbage and cauliflower, because it doesn't seem like we're having nighttime temperatures below like 36, so I think it'd be okay. So in a couple weeks I'll come out here and till this area up here up. I'll probably just till the whole thing, and we'll go ahead and lay some of our plants in a couple weeks. But it's looking like it's doing good. Not many weeds at all, and good dark soil. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if these chickens hadn't been over there in that garden scratching around in that cow manure getting some worms. Okay, so here we are out here at the property, and we need to come out here and pick up a little bit. But as you can see, the grass does not need to be mowed yet, so I won't be doing that today. The old garden spot. See, all the weeds and everything that were like right over in there and stuff, they're down right now still, so it doesn't really need to be mowed. I might go ahead and start the lawnmower just to make sure it's still alright. There's an old shed building. Never did finish this stinking thing, but it's been keeping everything dry. I've still got crap in here, so you know, some leaves get worked their way in, and squirrels and stuff make nests over there. There's the timber jig, but everything's pretty well dry. And quite hard. Well, anyway, there's what the outside looks like. I guess this side over here probably gets the most sun. There's one of my 2x4s down in the dirt. Need to put the mowing deck back on, I guess, but I'll do that when I come out to mow. Oh, this over here. I haven't even been over here to look at it in a long time. Have to shovel that out some, but it's still not too bad. So my plan is, I mean, I've still got, all these blocks here and everything. My plan is to just go ahead and keep going, as far as I can go anyway. So this summer I'll probably come out whenever I have a little bit extra money with 1 or maybe 2 bags of, mortar at a time, and just lay in what I can and just keep doing what I can do. Not much else I can do, but I will keep going. I'm not going to stop completely. So all we have left to connect is just this little front section right here, between there and down there, and then the whole thing will be connected. Go over here and see. This over here is looking pretty good. There is somewhat of a dip right there, but I can bring that out of it. It's still got a lot of courses to go. Yeah, so right here is where the opening for the crawl space will be, so. We've got no cracks or anything. Everything's looking real good. And then this spot up here that we concreted in, you can see where I mounted that dirt up to pour the concrete. It's now kind of washed out, but it still holds. It still holds. All this is just leaves. There ain't even any dirt in here, so that's good. And this over here is clear up to right there. So really all I gotta do is shovel out between there and down there. Yep. And then last year I guess I had started cleaning this up over here, so it's still pretty short. Need to cut all that up. Need to do a lot of things. And this tree over here was that huge one that was right there that I was cutting lumber out of and hit. I think I hit a rotten spot or something in it and had to stop. But yeah, I was cutting lumber out of it while it was still hooked onto the main trunk part, so. Well, anyway, that's the condition the property's in right now. There's a lot of piddly work that could be done. If we ever got bored, we'd just come out here and, you know, chop down weeds or pick up rocks, just clean up a little bit if we wanted to. But I guess that'll do it for out here. I guess the kids will probably run around a little longer, and it's kind of nice being out here. Haven't been out here in a while, so we'll probably just walk around and enjoy it a little bit and then head back home. Okay, so these people right here all wanted to go to the pond, so I guess we're going to walk up to the pond. It's kind of windy today, and this camera does pick up wind a lot. So sorry if the audio sucks. So there we go. Bunch of frogs. Lily pads are starting to grow. I need to check on my hose thing over here because I never unhooked it like I should have during the winter time, so it could have frozen, busted, and then just started draining the pond out a little bit at a time, but I guess it didn't, and it's still in there, so I'll run down there and see if it's still running. Are you in awe of the sight you're beholding? I don't know why you guys wanted to come up here, but here it is. Yeah. Well, so we decided not to stop at the pond, and we decided just to hike up here into the woods, so here we are. Alright guys, so we had a pretty good day today. We went out and burned some trash, stopped by the property, walked around a bit out there. It's nice to go out there. It's just kind of a little bit depressing, knowing that I can't move as fast as what I would like to. Um, but it's not going to get me down completely. You know, I'm still going to go out there. I'm still going to do whatever I can. If I can only lay 12 blocks a month, then, you know, that's what I'm going to do, I guess. That's better than no blocks a month, I guess. And just keep chipping away at it, maybe. Once I get all the concrete poured and the blocks laid and everything like that, it's going to be it's going to be kind of hard to move forward without large lump sums of money, because you know, with today's lumber and everything, if you just buy it from the lumber yard, you don't really want to lay in, you know, all your floor joists or something like that and then let it sit for a couple of years. Um, I mean, I have seen people do that. I mean, I saw a guy build a house, let's see, when I was probably 12 or 13. There was a guy that lived down the road from us that was building a house, and it took him like 5 years. And he had like wall studs just open to the weather for like 2.5 years, and just kept right on going with it. And eventually he got it done, and the house is still there today. I don't know what kind of shape it's in, but it's there, and it's standing. So I guess weather can't hurt it too much. Like I said, he had there was no roof on it at all. Nothing. It was just standing studs that were still braced at an angle, and they were just open to the sky, you know, open to the weather for like over 2 years. So I don't know. I don't really like the idea of that. You know, if I'm going to live there for 30 or 40, 50 years, you know, I don't know about what kind of future problems would come from that. But anyway, the garden's doing good. It's looking good. Like I said, a couple of weeks and I'll be out there tilling it up and planting the cabbage, cauliflower, and broccoli in there. So we should get that going. But I guess that'll do it for today, and hope you guys enjoyed seeing the property there for a little bit, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow.